Welcome to the 3 for 3 podcast. I am Paul Teach Nelson. You can call me Maverick today.
Can I call you Maverick?
You can call me Maverick today.
I'll be your goose.
You are Alex Podfather Gullet. You are my goose today.
Just goose today. Just call me goose.
Just goose.
Goose.
What's up, goose?
Yeah.
Listen, this is the 3 for 3 podcast, and I feel swayed to make some trades.
Do you?
I do.
The trade deadline today.
Good
Hey,
luck.
before we get in that, can I ask you a question? Happy Halloween, first of all.
Happy Halloween.
Safe trick-or-treating, all of that. Got one question for you.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I want to know your top 3 Halloween candies right now.
Ooh, okay. You have to go.
You build a team, I'll build a team.
All right, so we're going to go 1-1-1-1.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so first pick,
Halloween candy draft.
Halloween candy draft. So this is just a candy draft, really. I'm going to go Reese's. It's got to be the Reese Pumpkins.
The pumpkin Reese. Those are the
Pumpkin
best
Reese's.
Reese's. It's
I
not
love
even close.
Christmas trees
Those-
close second.
Christmas trees are good too.
Yes.
But okay, so you're taking Reese's number
Yes.
1. I'm going to go at number 2. Give me the pixie stick.
Oh, okay.
Give me the Halloween pick. It's pure sugar. As a kid, what else do you want? It's pure sugar.
Is that kid stuff, you know what I'm saying, man?
That's what it is.
Listen, I'm going to go classic Hershey.
The Hershey.
No, you know what? I'm going special dark chocolate Hershey.
That's the little one. The special.
Yes.
The special dark
Yes.
little one.
The special
that's a,
dark little one.
that's a good one. That's a
Yes.
good one. So when I was going through my kids' Easter basket earlier, the one that I took was this miniature Three Musketeers.
No, that's
Three
a
Musketeers
good
is the best candy bar there is. If it's miniature, it's just mini delicious.
That's a good one. All right, so last pick. Listen, I got to make this good. I have chocolate. I have chocolate and peanut butter. I have to go like hard candy somehow. But I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to go Airheads.
Airheads are a good one.
Airheads.
And I'm going to go with my last pick of this Halloween candy draft. I'm going Sour Patch Kids. The
That's
little ones, the
classic.
3-piece, they're classic. They're great.
You know, they're sour and then they're sweet.
They sour and then sweet. I feel like that's a lot about the podcast. too.
I feel like that's a lot about.
So that's it.
That's everything. So my team, again, I have the Reese's Pumpkin.
Yes.
I have the special dark Hershey chocolate
Yes.
bars, and I have Airheads.
Yes. And then I went Pixie Stick, Three Musketeer, and then Sour Patch Kids. So we're different levels. I think you won the draft, though.
Let's see. You know, let us know who won the
Let
draft.
us know.
I like that you finished with Sour Patch Kids because that's been college football season.
It is.
Some of these teams have looked horrible, and now you go, maybe I can talk myself into them.
You've been doing it with Alabama all year long.
Listen, I have. And
Roll Tide.
Let's go ahead and talk about the 3 biggest games this weekend. 3 for 3 podcast. We got to talk about the 3 biggest games. First one, Alabama LSU.
Alabama, LSU. Hey, listen. Is this the one where you finally get to look at Jaden Daniels and you're like, he's that guy?
I think
He's rose up on the projections for like Heisman list, draft board.
Yes.
I mean, the kid's rising.
I love Alabama. I love everything about Alabama. I love that they're getting hot at the right time. LSU is going to win this game.
No, so I'm taking Alabama in this game. I think Milroe figures it out on offense, and I think they're stingy enough on defense where you're not going to see LSU go up and down the field. Give me Alabama. Give me Crimson Tide.
I'm an Alabama fan. LSU is going to win this game. Jane Daniels is going to have his Heisman moment, and you're going to start to hear chatter about maybe LSU can sneak into being the team.
But this is going to be funny because it's going to be a theme throughout the entire podcast. I can feel it already.
Yes, it
Not
is.
picking your team.
Listen, another SEC team face off. Georgia faces off against Missouri. Who you got?
Mizzou, sneaky. Georgia all day. I think they figured it out last week. Took them a quarter and a half to figure it out without Brock Bowers, but they were able to do it. They're just studded. They have too much. Give me Georgia.
Yeah, listen, there's always one team that catches another team off guard. We've seen it every single weekend. I think Georgia survives. I think it's going to be a lot closer than everybody thinks. I think they got up for the Florida game last week.
They did.
This is a trap game.
And listen, this is the gauntlet of the SEC.
This is
their gauntlet.
Welcome to the big boys.
Yeah, couple game stretch they got going on here. And you've been saying all year, Georgia hasn't played anybody.
No.
Maverick, this is it.
Listen.
This is it. They went through Florida. Now they got Mizzou.
I think Georgia looks at other teams and says, yeah, I'm dangerous. Now, another
great impersonation,
You're
by the
welcome.
way. Yeah.
Another undefeated team right now, Washington. Washington is going into the Heisman favorite, possibly Michael Penix is facing the Heisman winner in Caleb Williams. Who you got winning this game?
First of all, Penix is not the Heisman favorite right now. That's going to go to JJ, something that we discussed many months ago.
True.
It's JJ McCarthy. Here's what I'm going to say. USC, Caleb Williams, why are you still playing? But you are. Doesn't matter in this game. Give me Washington. I think they have a little too much for USC. And listen, USC's had a couple of these games where it's down to the wire, right? And they just can't pull it out defensively. You imagine what it's going to look like with Washington Huskies running up and down the field on them?
Those wide receivers are legit.
They're legit.
Penix is legit. Again, I think, can Caleb Williams have a little bit of Heisman magic left in him? A prove-it game. The Huskies only have themselves to beat. I mean, realistically, they should beat USC by 17 points.
Is Penix a top 10 draft pick?
I don't know. I still have him as a second or third, maybe a late first kind of Lamar Jackson. But I love that you're talking about the draft because it's draft season already.
It is draft season.
You have people starting to figure out their stock. So let's go ahead and throw a mock out there. Yeah.
You want to do a mock?
Let's do top 10.
Top 10 mock. All right. 3 for 3 top 10 mock draft. We're jumping into this early. It's week 8 in the NFL.
Listen, as a Bills fan, 9. This is not early, okay? Usually week 1, week 2, Arizona Cardinals and not even Carolina. The Chicago Bears have been trying to mock since week 3.
I think the Bills are hoping Bo Nix falls to them. But we'll see.
Shut your mouth.
We'll see. All right, so we're going to do this mock draft. You're going to pick first?
Yep.
You're going to get first pick.
I drew odds. You drew evens.
And now, so listen, current standings in the NFL may be a little bit different, but we're kind of mocking out the rest of the year how we think it's going to play out too, right?
Yes.
So you're going to see a couple of these teams that are in here that may not be in here. You may see 1, 2, 3 seed move, but this is just for what we're going to give our best estimates.
The end of October.
It's the end of October, bro. Anything can happen.
Listen, the Bears, we're going to go ahead and give the Bears the first pick via Carolina just because they have 2 bites at the apple.
Yeah, they do.
So I think this is no brainer. I'm going to give the Bears Caleb Williams. I think they ship off Justin Fields. I think it's a smart thing to do.
What's that look like in shipping off Justin Fields?
I think you probably get a 3rd or 4th rounder, maybe Atlanta. I don't know. Maybe the Vikings. Give them a call. I don't think they'd ever trade within the division.
Kirk's in a contract year.
He is in a contract year. Maybe the Giants, reset. I don't know. Let's see. I know it's not in Chicago.
Right.
There has to be a fresh reset, a new coach.
So you don't think they say, hey, we're keeping Fields, we're going OT, or we're going Marvin Harrison Jr. to give him an actual weapon?
No, I think here you have to go. Listen, if you go Caleb Williams, nobody in the newspapers, nobody in other draft rooms are going to go, that's a stupid pick.
Even if it fails?
Yes, it's fine.
You're still not wrong.
Everybody else would do it.
You're not losing your job for picking Caleb Williams. Absolutely. How it falls.
This is the Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck.
It's not the Jamarcus Russell thing.
No, even if you like Robert Griffin III, you pick Andrew Luck and say, hey, he was the consensus.
Keep it moving. I agree, 100%.
Now,
Good pick.
You drew the Cardinals since you got evens. Cardinals, who they?
Listen, I think the Cardinals are kind of going through what Chicago's going through.
Yeah.
I think it's either you have to replace the quarterback, and you have a couple quarterbacks in this draft class who could be great, or you have to go Marvin Harrison Jr. He's going to have a weapon, right?
Absolutely.
And so, but if I'm the Cardinals right now, you got Hollywood Brown.
Yes.
You've got a couple young players coming up at wide receiver, tight end, right? And so what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to do Drake May at number 2. We're going to do a quarterback. If I'm Arizona, look, you're starting out. It's Gannon's show, right? And so if Gannon's starting out and he's trying to make what's one thing a new head coach GMs want? They want their guy. They want their guy. And so this could be his guy. Give me Drake May.
Listen, man. Podfather, you can be my wingman anytime.
That's what I'm here for, Maverick. I'll be your goose all day long. That's right.
So that gives me the Bears' other pick, and I go with another no-brainer. This is Marvin Harrison Jr.
Has to be.
If they walk out of this draft with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Caleb Williams, I mean, you're talking about the quickest rebuild known to man.
But is that the highest draft grade any team would ever have?
Yes.
Possibly, right? You're 1 in 3.
Is there anything? I mean, as a teacher, there's nothing above A+. You might have to create a whole new one.
So you think at that point, they don't go Fashanu and be like, hey, we have to protect Caleb Williams because he's got wheels.
No.
He can escape the pocket. He can get away from some sacks.
I think what we've seen in the last few drafts is if you hit on a wide receiver, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, I think it sets everything else up.
It's a skill player.
You can go out and buy offensive line talent.
100%.
So give me the Bears. Give me Marvin Harrison Jr., a.k.a. Maserati.
That is, Maserati.
What a good nickname.
That is a great nickname.
You got the Giants.
I do have the Giants.
This is an interesting pick.
But I think we continue theme here.
I think this is
right.
Easy.
And so I think the Bears got it wrong with Fields. Shame on the Bears.
Yep.
I think the Cardinals got it wrong with Kyler Murray. I just don't think he's NFL product to win a championship.
Okay.
The Giants got it wrong with Daniel Jones. Now they're going to have to eat that.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're not going to move Daniel Jones on that contract to anybody, I don't think.
3 years and $120 million
maybe Atlanta. I could see DJ going to Atlanta or something like that. Right. You know what I mean?
San
We'll see how Josh Dobbs plays out in Minnesota, see if it's Kirk Cousins thing or if they can get away with another quarterback. But I'm going to do this with Giants because I think he's climbing the draft boards because now he's throwing under pressure. He's making the right play. He's making difficult throws, NFL level throws. I'm going J.J. McCarthy over Quinn Ewers, over Jordan Travis. I'm going J.J. McCarthy at the New York Giants.
That is an interesting pick.
Michigan's cold. New York's cold.
Let's
just do it.
That's wild.
Let's just do it.
They need offensive line help, and you're picking the quarterback.
Well, the thing about the mock is it doesn't have to be right.
That's right.
It has to be fun.
That's a fun pick.
And so if we're making changes, go ahead and make them big.
JJ McCarthy he could rise up that.
He's got an NFL arm.
Maybe.
Maverick, I don't care what you say.
They haven't played anybody yet.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
They haven't played anybody yet.
He's top flight.
He's some, you know what this is? Listen, we got nobody left. Okay?
Yeah, we're going JJ.
We got nobody left. I got to send JJ to Miramar.
I was fighting with myself because I'm going Quinn Ewers could rise up the draft board too.
He could. There's a couple quarterbacks.
Jordan Travis.
And
I'm going, but I'm going to go JJ.
I probably have. Now, listen, you have set this up. So first, third, and now fifth. I have the easiest draft board. You're making this so easy.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to.
New England.
I'm
Brock
your goose.
Bowers.
I'm your goose.
You are my wingman right now.
And you took a 3 to 4 year hiatus from Gronk. Now you got Brock Bowers.
And Brock Bowers, again, I've gone on record, I've gone on other pods and said, hey, I think he's going to finish as the best tight end ever. Not the best tight end in college ever, the best tight end in the NFL ever. I think he catches like Kelsey and he blocks like Gronk.
I think 5 at tight end super high. But the tight end's a new skill player.
It is.
They're the new wide receiver 3.
He is.
Right? And so
wide receiver 2, wide receiver 1 in Kansas
And one thing
City.
we know about Brock, we've seen it in college, and he's playing against NFL like players in the SEC, is he can line up outside. He can line up in the slot. He can beat you in a lot of ways. Travis Kelce-esque, right? And so
he's not robotic.
He's not.
He's got great hands. He's
make great after the catch. Right. And so I like that pick for New England. I hate that Mac Jones might throw him the ball, but I like that pick for New England.
It might be Daniel Jones passing.
Yeah,
I'm just going to collect Joneses. So you have 6. You have the Packers.
Yeah, I have the Packers right here. Packers could go a couple ways. I don't think Jordan Love's in the trash can yet in Green Bay.
Okay.
I think he's close.
All right.
Right, but I think they give him another year.
He's warming the cheese grater.
He's warming it up, but I think they give him another year. At that point, Green Bay needs some offensive line help. Yeah, right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go fashion you out of Penn State.
Good.
The best offensive lineman in the game right now in college football.
I think so.
He could probably start on every NFL team right now if he was in the NFL.
Yep.
I'm going to go fashion you right now. I think it's a safe pick for Green Bay.
Hasn't played much football. He's super raw still.
I almost went wide receiver.
That's interesting. So I have the Colts next.
Yeah.
And listen, they should go offensive line or defense.
They should go cornerback.
Yeah, they should.
King.
Kalen King. So I'm going to pick wide receiver. Yeah, listen, I feel the need for speed. We're going to go ahead and give him wide receiver. I'm going to go Rome Odunze, right? University of Washington. He's a Husky. He's made Michael Penix look really good. Michael Penix has made him look good.
Yeah.
He just doesn't. He's 6'3". He's like 209. He's a big guy. He's a burner. He's got great hands. I just love. Let's give Anthony Richardson as many weapons as possible. Let's re-sign Jonathan Taylor.
Why not?
Zach Moss looks good.
Michael Pittman looks good right now.
Looks great.
Yeah.
You still got sneaky Alex Pierce. Josh Downs has looked good. Just give him as many weapons as possible.
Speaking of Josh Downs, please upgrade his rating in Madden. That's incredibly insulting.
I don't speak on Madden.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just saying.
I mean, you would know.
I do.
You're the pod father. You're the Madden father.
I am. I'm all that.
You're just the father.
I'm just dad.
That gives you
know
Broncos
what I mean?
8.
I'm going to go Broncos. Listen, with the Broncos, I'm going to go defensive tackle at Broncos. I'm going to go big guy out of Illinois. Okay. I'm going to go Newman out of Illinois. The big guy up front, Newton, not Newman. Sorry. I'm going to go Newton out of Illinois. He's a disruptor in the middle. And the Broncos need some D-line help. They played some flash like, hey, let's sign Randy Gregory. Hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. It didn't work. We're going Newton.
Isn't he a cornerback?
He's not.
Jerzon?
No, Jerzon.
Oh, okay.
DT. Right?
I don't know, man.
No.
I think while you're looking this up, I think we're talking Johnny Newton, cornerback, Illinois.
No, we're not.
Okay.
We're not.
Listen, while you're fact checking, I'm going to talk about the Rams.
Let's do it.
Okay. So the Rams, again, they have an aging Cooper Kupp. You always say they have a Cooper Kupp problem. She's going Jerzon Newton.
DT, Illinois, the big guy in the middle.
See, I don't know. I thought you were going Johnny Newton.
No, I can't go. No, Johnny Newton yet.
Okay.
First of all, he's not even the best cornerback in the draft. Probably not even top 5.
I don't know.
Yeah. So we're going Jerzon.
Okay.
Newton is where we're at in Illinois.
All right. So Rams. Like I said,
this is no Motsy Smith.
Cooper. He might be Moxie Smith. He might be. Listen, he's a year away. I think they have a Cooper Kupp problem. I think
the Rams?
Yeah, I think Paku showed that, hey, they can go ahead and pick up other wide receivers. It wouldn't shock me if they moved Cooper Kupp and just got younger. So I'm going to go Keon Coleman.
You think they move off Stafford, get younger at quarterback?
I think they could. I think McVay could retire. And
Donald could be done.
We're just going to go ahead and restart.
Aaron Donald could be done. They're already the youngest team in the NFL outside of those guys anyways.
I think McVay wants to do something else.
So who you going?
I'm going Keon Coleman, wide receiver, Florida State.
Florida State. Is he good because of Jordan Travis, or is he good because he's good?
I think he's good because he's good.
Let's look at. I think that's going to be good.
Again, his high school basketball tape's amazing. I think every time I'm watching Florida State for the ACC, waiting for them to trip up and fail, Keon does something crazy off screen. And they showed over and over, and you go, this
great after the
guy's
catch.
just a stud.
Great after the catch.
So, yeah, a lot of offense going top 10. At number 10, you got Commanders.
We're going to round it out. All right, my least favorite team in the NFL.
That's true.
We're going to watch the Commanders, led by the one and only Eric Bieniemy. Okay, you're out, Ron Rivera. It's coming soon. We've talked about this. You called it. I'll give you your props, but I think it happens very soon. Commanders have one issue.
Okay.
And they've been flirting with 7th-round picks,
trading for second-round picks,
holding on to Jacoby Brissett at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
They've got a quarterback issue.
Wow.
And what better quarterback to give them than the big arm out of Washington?
Whoa.
But the other Washington. Cross the country, Washington.
Okay.
We're going to give them the big arm, Washington to Washington. Michael Penix Jr.
Holy
yes. Crap. Quarterback extraordinaire. Going to Washington, which I will hate because I believe in Penix. I believe in his arm. And they've got outside weapons.
They do. Dotson,
McLaurin may be the most undervalued wide receiver in the NFL.
Wow.
And so give them a quarterback. And that team can do a lot of dangerous things. Eric Bieniemy's great on offensively. His mind is brilliant. Give Michael Penix Jr. to round out top 10. Watch the Commanders.
So let's go ahead. Podfather just retired the following. Sam Howell, sorry about your bad luck. Let's see. You retired Daniel Jones.
Done.
Okay, you retired Kyler Murray.
I did. All 3.
You took out 3 NFL quarterbacks in the top 10 mock.
But you know what? Here's what we know, is this league is driven by which position?
Quarterback.
It is the quarterback league.
It's not running back, that's for sure.
It's not any longer. It used to be. The 90s, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. You saw that. Even some in the 2000s when we saw like the Clinton Portis years, LaDainian Thomas and Marshall Faulk.
Yeah,
Marshawn
Lynch.
They were leading the league. That's what the league was. Right now, the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allen, the Joe Burrow, the Trevor Lawrences. Those are the guys trying to get you above and beyond. And so it's got to be driven by quarterback, and you have to take them first round. Get your quarterback. I think every team in the NFL, every draft should draft a quarterback, even if you have Patrick Mahomes. Take a shot at 6th round. Take a shot at 5th round.
Yeah.
Find that guy because you don't know what happens to your quarterback. And if your quarterback goes down, Kirk Cousins, we're going to see in Minnesota, it's not always pretty.
That's true. Listen, hit the eject.
Hit it.
Hit the eject. Get him out of here. And
you got to have a parachute, bro.
Just to piggyback off what you're saying, new owner Josh Harris.
Yes.
What's he done? He's jettisoned a couple different people. All right. We'll talk about the James Harden trade coming up in a little bit. Harris jettisoned him.
Yeah.
Right. Montez Sweat. Gone.
Out. Chase Young.
Gone.
See ya.
Harris is going
for a 3rd round pick. I hate the 49ers.
This is my team now. This is my team.
It is.
So I'm just gonna send all you.
And
guys
again, when you change regime,
no allegiance,
GM, ownership, and now coaching's about to change, and you have your guy.
Yeah.
What do you want? You want a quarterback.
Yeah.
You want to win or lose with your guy.
Yeah.
Get him a quarterback.
Well, it is Halloween, so let's continue with this NFL theme, right? And play a little trick or treat.
Let's do that, man. Any quarterbacks in the bag?
Yeah, we do. We got a quarterback in the bag, all right. So is this statement a trick, fake, or is it a treat?
And this is NFL, trick or treat.
This is NFL trick or treat.
Let's do that. I love this game.
So Cincinnati's dominance, is it a trick or treat?
No, that is a treat. That is fact. 100%. You don't have the second best quarterback in the NFL. Come out here blowing out the 49ers. 85% of his passes complete, throwing touchdowns. Jamar Chase is wide open. T. Higgins contract year. He's fighting for his next contract wherever he goes. I don't think it's Cincinnati. Cincinnati's the real deal. They're probably top 5 power ranking again.
I hate saying this. It's definitely a treat.
It is a treat. No trick there.
I hate watching it, but it is a treat for Cincinnati. Joe Burrow looks all the way back.
Hey, we argued about that last week. You told me I was crazy as hell for saying Joe Burrow was better than Josh Allen.
Yeah, I think for the season so far, you're still crazy as hell. But, it's a couple good weeks equals, hey, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
Next one, Dallas finding their stride. Trick or treat.
That's a treat also. Hey, look, they figured it out. I said it a couple weeks ago. We had a Michael Gallup and a play call problem. What'd they do? They let Dak throw the ball downfield, and they put Michael Gallup. He had 2 catches, 2 targets, right?
Yep.
Insert Jalen Tolbert, put Brandon Cooks on the outside, move CeeDee Lamb around. All of a sudden, the offense finds their stride. Let's keep it moving. Go Dallas. I think we're going to give the Eagles all they can handle this week.
I wanted to say treat, and then they did nothing at the trade deadline. So I think this is a trick. I think they are one of the only teams that should have pushed in a move for cornerback, for running back help.
Defensive tackle, running back, offensive line.
And they did bupkis.
Yeah, hey, look, I hate that they did nothing. And I don't 100% agree with Jerry and his old philosophy. We believe in the guys that we have. And listen, that's what he says.
You know why
every
people
year.
say that? Because they can't make a deal. When they fail to make a deal, it's we trust the guys in the locker room.
As we talked about earlier today, Maverick, remember, they have limited assets that are movable right now because we don't have our 4th round pick, our 5th round pick, 6th round pick. I can't remember how many picks we don't have. And so there's limited assets. But listen, here's what I'll say. We haven't gotten the best out of what we have yet. Okay? Micah Parsons disrupted again last week. DeMarcus Lawrence, we have some, people coming back off of injury. Offensive line, Tyron Smith's coming back. We should have some offensive line help coming. Tony Pollard, look, I like who we have in the backfield besides Pollard. I like Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
He's a hard runner too. I think he's probably a step above Zeke. All the talk today about bringing Zeke back. I didn't believe it one bit. I would have loved it, but that'd have been more feelings. It's like seeing your wife after being gone on vacation, or at work. You know what I mean? Like that's what it felt like. And let's just it's treat.
I just think it's trick. I think
treat.
Dallas is a trick.
Treat.
So Will Levis, Tennessee savior.
Tennessee savior, trick or treat, Will Levis. I'm going to go trick right now.
Wow.
Because we have to see a little more. And I am a firm believer in Will Levis. I preached it to him before the draft. You can watch back 6 months ago. I talked about Will Levis, right? But I got to see it again.
Yeah.
And listen, you don't go as a rookie quarterback when you first start, throw 4 touchdowns, break the all-time record, right?
Yeah.
That's been sitting by any rookie quarterback, and in your first start and have that kind of game. Look, DeAndre Hopkins looked good.
Yes.
And I think Will Levis stretches the field in the way that Tannehill cannot.
True.
Super excited for Derrick Henry on my fantasy team.
They did play Atlanta.
They did.
And that might be the worst secondary in football. I think it's a treat. I think Will Levis, we both jumped on the Will Levis bandwagon early. We were both saying Bryce Young, yeah. CJ Stroud, yeah. But you know what? Will Levis has a lot of Josh. I know you don't like to talk about him. He's got a lot of Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's top quarterback.
Cannon arm, athletic. And Will Levis has this moxie that he just brings about. He just has this, the program Kane is able type deal with
love
him.
It.
So I love Will Levis. I think he is
treat. I think he's better than Tannehill for that team.
So right now he's candy corn to you,
but
it's okay. I like it. It's candy.
No, he's the mounds in the trick or treat bag. Like, hey, look, chocolate and coconut's good. It's not great, but if I just want some chocolate really quick, I'll grab a mound. I'll grab a mound.
Easy as a family show. You can't just talk about grabbing mounds.
Grab a mound.
Again, we both love Will Levis. We'll see going forward. I'm sure he's going to hit some road bumps.
Yeah.
But I do think he's Tennessee savior.
I think so.
New Orleans winning the NFC South. Would you predicted before the season started? Is it trick or treat?
I'm going to stay New Orleans winning the NFC South. Here's why. I'm going to read through this list, okay?
All right.
I'm going to go Falcons. Do you think they're going to be a 500 team? With Ritter at quarterback or Taylor Heineke?
Maybe, yeah. I can see maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see it. I think they're going to finish probably 7-10.
Yeah.
Okay. Buccaneers. I believe in Baker. Matter of fact, I just traded Christian McCaffrey today in one of my fantasy football leagues.
Heard about it.
Traded for Austin Eckler and Mike Evans.
Heard about
Okay. Did that. Pulled some strings just because I want to make a move, just because I get bored winning all the time. Okay. So I just got to make some changes.
I think I know why you did it.
Yeah, I think I did it too. But anyways, here's the other part. The Panthers, they're not even in the argument.
No.
So out of those three teams, I want you to tell me which players you say you trust the most.
Out of those three teams,
Yeah, you
what
got
player?
The Buccaneers.
Yeah, it's the Buccaneers, and it's probably Mike Evans that I trust the most out of all the players.
I think Olave's the best player out of any of those teams.
I just don't know. I just don't know if off the field stuff's going to haunt him.
And best running back in that division right now is Kamara.
Okay, yeah. See,
best quarterback.
It sounded like you were gearing the question toward the other three teams. No. If we're looking at everybody in the division, I trust Carr the most at quarterback. I trust Kamara the most at running back, and at wide receiver, yeah, I probably do. Well, it's either a toss up between Mike Evans.
Is Mike Evans going to stay healthy?
Maybe.
We don't know.
Is Olave not going to get arrested?
We don't know that either. We're all over the place. But I'm going to go, and I like New Orleans defense better than I like any of those.
Yeah, they're frisky. I think it is a treat.
Yeah, I think it's a treat.
Yeah, I think you're going to end up being right about that.
I love to hear that from you.
I say it a lot.
You do.
Kansas City's offensive struggles.
This is a treat. Listen, it wasn't just the flu game. Here's the truth of it, and I want to break down some statistics for you. Okay?
It wasn't a flu game.
It was a flu game, but it wasn't just the flu game.
Okay.
Because you know what problem they've had all year? Wide receivers not getting open and wide receivers dropping balls.
Yeah.
And then they made no move in the trade deadline for a wide receiver.
Yeah, McCole Hardman.
Yeah.
That's a lateral move.
That's a lateral move. I don't think that improves them much.
No.
Now, granted, Kelsey had the flu. Mahomes had the flu.
Maybe it was just food poisoning like Jordan.
Maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to say, listen, I don't think they did enough. I don't think they can win the Super Bowl with the offensive weapons they have right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to say treat.
Yeah, I think it's a treat as well. Yeah. I think their struggles are real. I think you've gone so long reliant on Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, and now we're starting to see, okay, it doesn't look good. Our defense might have to win, and if that's the case, give me offense today. Yeah, again, stay on offense. We're not playing two-way football, okay? Yeah. It's offense all the time.
And their defense is great, but don't waste Patrick Mahomes on a good defense.
No, they have to go all in on moves. Yeah, they have to.
Yeah.
And again, there's some guys who might be let out of their contract. There's some guys that could get cut.
Could be.
I just don't see it. I want you to rank the following AFC teams.
Ooh, AFC power rankings.
So this is AFC top 5.
Let's do that.
AFC top 5. I'm going to give you Miami, Kansas City, Baltimore, Jacksonville, Buffalo.
Miami, Kansas City, Baltimore, Jacksonville, Buffalo. I'm going to go Miami number 1. Okay. Baltimore number 2.
Okay.
Kansas City number 3.
Yep.
Buffalo number 4. Wow. Jacksonville number 5.
Wow. Why are you switching Jacksonville and Buffalo?
I like Buffalo's full roster better than I like Jacksonville's full roster.
Interesting.
I do. They have Josh Allen too.
Okay.
I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be the better quarterback.
Eventually?
Yes. But I think as of right now, Josh Allen does so much to help Buffalo win. And Jacksonville doesn't rely on Trevor Lawrence to do that. We haven't seen him have to do that much yet.
Correct.
Now in the playoffs, a quarterback has to do that much.
All right.
Right? And so I'm going to say Josh Allen because of one performance in the playoffs that I saw with him in Kansas City, him and Patrick Mahomes going head to head. And yeah, I mean, that's my ranking. So Miami, number 1 in the AFC, Baltimore, number 2, love what they're doing. Kansas City, number 3, Buffalo, number 4, and Jacksonville, number 5. You don't have Cincinnati in there, or Cincinnati would be number 2.
Wow. You would put Cincinnati all the way at number 2.
Yeah, I would have Miami, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Kansas City, Buffalo, Jacksonville.
Wow. Okay. All right. Listen, I like it.
Yeah.
If I'm
agree?
No, I don't agree at all. If I'm ranking,
throw Cincinnati in there. Do the 6.
Okay, so if we're doing top 6, 6 is going to be Cincinnati because I don't know if Joe Burrow can stay healthy.
Crazy.
I think they're hot right now.
Crazy.
But I also think that I'm worried about that division because that Cleveland defense is still ruthless.
I'm going to have to ask off for the next flight.
That's fine.
I don't know if I can trust you right now.
You can go right ahead, man. I'll fly solo. So I'm going to put Cincinnati for now 6. I'm going to put Buffalo 5th.
Buffalo 5th, okay.
And I want to admit something on the pod that I haven't admitted before. I haven't said this before. Sean McDermott scares the shit out of me.
He does, and he should.
Sorry, guys. Earmuffs. Earmuffs. It's Halloween.
He should.
He absolutely
He's spooky.
Because he just does bonehead things sometimes.
And I don't like their offensive coordinator.
I listen. I think Ken Dorsey can be good. I think he can be good.
I think Josh Allen saves him from a lot of mistakes.
I think that the script could use some work, and I think Coach McD is overwhelmed as defensive coordinator right now.
I agree.
So I have them 5th. I would put Jacksonville. No, you know what? I would put Kansas City 3rd. Again, those 4th.
Yeah.
Those offensive woes scare me. I would put Jacksonville 3rd, Baltimore 2nd, and Miami 1st.
Okay, so we're right there on the top 3 or 4, right? We're one off.
We're up there on the top 6.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
I think one of these 6 teams will represent the AFC team.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. So 7's going to make it to the playoffs.
You could have a under 500 LA Chargers team storm up saying us too,
Which I do think it happens.
Now, the NFC has about 5 teams that I would say are in contention of that title.
I agree.
Let's go ahead and let me hear you rank your top 5 NFC teams.
Top 5 NFC teams. This is where I'm going to go. I'm going to go Philly number 1. I'm going to go Seattle number 2.
Wow.
Dallas number 3. Detroit number 4. San Francisco number 5.
Okay, San Francisco 5th.
Hey, listen, they got a quarterback issue, and it's been coming full steam ahead. We've always talked about it. And listen, everybody else wanted to praise Brock Purdy. If you go back and listen to the 3 for 3 podcast, and you go back months and months ago, we've always questioned what's going to happen when they rely on him to win a game.
Yeah.
When teams put 8 in the box, when they send an extra blitzer, when they get one injury, Debo goes down.
Yep.
What's going to happen with Brock Purdy? Because we've seen other quarterbacks have to do it.
Yeah.
We've seen Jalen Hurts do it. We've seen Dak Prescott do it. Jared Goff. I mean, he basically had nothing for a year in Detroit. Right.
True.
We're just going to call it what it is. Right. We've seen other Geno Smith, great year last year. More weapons this year.
Absolutely.
And so that's where I'm going to have it. If I'm ranking NFC teams, Philly, Seattle, Dallas, Detroit, San Francisco.
I couldn't disagree more on Brock Purdy.
Okay.
How many games has he had in total of his career?
Was it 20?
13. 13 total games.
10 good ones, 3 bad ones.
Yeah, he's
played 13, 18?
13 regular season games.
Okay. 18.
Regular season games. He's still technically a rookie.
He is.
I think we forget about that, and I think we need to have a little bit of grace, okay? Just because they because they drop a toothbrush into your trick or treat bag does not mean you egg the house.
No.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But I'm not brushing my teeth with it either.
I mean, you might.
No, because it's a toothbrush from a stranger.
I mean, if it's in the box.
I don't know.
If it's in the box, you're using the toothbrush, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'll buy my own toothbrush.
So I'm gonna go Dallas 5th.
Are you serious right now?
Just because that defense should have made a move in cornerback. If Diggs was healthy,
I've got a follow up to this when you're done.
I got Dallas 5th. I have Seattle 4th. I have Detroit 3rd. I have San Francisco 2nd, and I have Philly number 1. And I almost want to put San Francisco number 1 since they made the move for Chase Young.
Big move.
Huge move.
Big move.
An Ohio State type move.
But I think they saw that Bosa wasn't getting it done this year.
I think they saw that Bosa needs some help.
He does.
So that's what I have.
Good rankings. I don't agree with them, and I'm going to follow it up with this. Okay. Out of these teams, I want you to rank their quarterbacks right now. NFC quarterbacks, rank them.
Why? Listen, I get quarterbacks.
Rank the quarterbacks.
I got you. So
here's what we have. We have Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Geno Smith, and Dak Prescott.
So I would go 5th, Purdy. Yeah, he's definitely 5th. 4th, I would go Geno. I would go Dak 3rd, Goff 2nd, and Hurts 1.
Okay. So you're going to tell me that when you look at these rosters up and down.
Yes.
And you're going to take
the entire rosters. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I also have Kyle Shanahan, who is, if not the best play caller, the second best to Andy Reid.
Third best to Mike Daniels. Mike McDaniels is definitely second best.
Maybe.
No, definitely. That Miami offense is crazy.
They're okay. They're
Schematically,
okay.
They're amazing. The best run game and pass game in the NFL, that doesn't happen.
They're pretty good. I would say
Such a Bills
he
fan.
hasn't won a playoff game. I don't want to hear nothing.
You have to let the bias of Buffalo.
I'm not. Listen, I put Sean McD dead last.
I'm
okay?
just saying. You hear it all over the
A
podcast.
Dallas fan calling anybody out about bias is hilarious.
It might be, but I'm calling it out.
It's horrible. Where would you have the quarterbacks ranked?
Okay, if I'm ranking these quarterbacks based on last week.
No, this is
Okay, so based on the whole season.
Last week.
I'm not going to move the goalpost. I won't move the goalpost. Here I am. I'm going to go Jared Goff number 1, Dak Prescott number 2,
You are high.
Jalen Hurts number 3,
Check the candy.
Geno Smith number 4, Brock Purdy number 5.
Check the candy.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
I cannot believe you have Dak ahead of Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, yeah, Dak has a better QB rating this year than Jalen Hurts. He has less interceptions than Jalen Hurts. He has just as many touchdowns as Jalen Hurts.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. Passing touchdowns or total
Passing.
touchdowns?
Passing.
Thank you very much.
And
Last I checked, it doesn't matter. How
Dak
you score
ran
the
for a touchdown.
Yeah, that one.
He
That
did.
one.
Remember?
God, you driving me crazy.
Anyway,
This is.
hey, let us know. Let us know how you would rank this. Listen, Dallas Cowboys being 5th in the NFC is absolutely insane. Dak Prescott, whatever.
Dallas could lose the next 2 games.
They could.
And then you know what you're gonna be coming in here saying? Fire McCarthy, fire everybody. Dak sucks. Get rid of that. Trade up for Caleb Williams because Caleb Williams came out and he said Dallas is on that list.
I am a creature of the moment.
You are whiplash
100%.
Center. You are a roller coaster fan.
I am. I have to be.
I can't. I
I'm
don't
a Lakers fan
understand
and a
that.
Cowboys fan.
Be pragmatic, man.
Yeah, I can't.
I know you can't.
It's not in my DNA.
That's what makes me the pilot.
I'm good with that.
I'm not. Listen, you can be my gunner anytime.
Somebody has to be level here.
Now, I did level up last week. I gained one on you in our pick'em.
You did gain one last week,
Last week
man.
we had some great picks.
Actually, we did really well. We did really well.
I went
last week.
13-3 for the year. I'm 56
Hey,
and
that's
33.
the best week so far.
It is top.
That's
there.
top week. 13 is top in
I
wins.
got a new system, so I don't know if it's going to work, but I got a new system.
Hey, what is that?
I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you yet. If I win this week, I'll tell you.
Okay.
You went 12-4, so I gained one on you. You are still 58 and 31, 2 picks ahead of me.
And remember, we missed a couple weeks, so that's why you don't see the big numbers.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Buys this week: Denver, Detroit, San Francisco, and Jacksonville. So let's go ahead and pick them. This is Week 9 NFL pick 'em.
All right, you start us out.
Titans at Steelers. I have the Steelers.
I'm going to go the Tennessee Titans in this one. I believe in Will Levis, that trick.
A will to win.
Yeah, we're going to go Dolphins versus Chiefs. Remember, it's a home game in Germany. Frankfurt.
In Frankfurt, I will pick the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm going to go Miami in this one, too. I think they travel better just because Tyreek Speedy. Does that make sense?
Speedy, no, it doesn't at all. Okay.
Yeah.
Commanders at Patriots. I have the Commanders.
I'm going to take the Patriots in this one. Commanders sold everything they have on defensive line. Give me the Patriots on this one. Seahawks at Ravens.
Listen, I have the Ravens.
Possibly the game of the week if
Be
it
more
weren't for
blocks.
2 other games.
Should be.
Okay, so I'm going to go Seahawks on this one. I believe in the NFC.
Okay. Again, West Coast, East Coast thing.
Yeah, this one.
Cardinals at Brownies. I'm going Brownies.
Yeah, we're 2 for 2 on this one, man. We're going to keep it the Browns there. Bucks at Texans.
I think the Bucks right the ship.
I think the Bucks finally get that win. Baker Mayfield. Hey, come on, Mike Evans. Need you this week.
CJ Stroud is hitting that rookie wall.
He is, and it's a real thing.
Yeah. That's Bears at Saints.
Yeah, Bears at Saints. I'm going to take New Orleans. I believe they start to get a little separation in that division now.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Saints as well.
Plus the Bears, man. What's going on? They stink, but then they're trading for Sweat. I don't understand what they're doing. Yeah,
T-Bag still at quarterback, maybe.
it's
maybe
crazy.
Fields.
I don't know what they're doing. Hey, Vikings at Falcons.
This is hard because the quarterback stuff. I'm gonna go Falcons because I like the roster better.
Hey, Josh Dobbs plays anywhere. Give me Minnesota in this one, okay? I think they get a 4-game win streak.
All right, let's go. LA Rams at the Packers.
And this is an ugly game. This one's for the trash can.
This is Rams.
Yeah, I think this is a Rams
It's a
too.
dumpster
Hey,
fire.
by the way, our trash can game worked out last week.
Yeah, it did, actually.
That New Jersey Bowl was great. Colts at Panthers.
I have the Colts. They're frisky and they can score points.
Yeah, listen, I like the Panthers to lose probably the rest of their games.
Panthers got the one win. They don't
got-
have their pick. Who
They're
cares?
done. Give me the Colts.
Let's see. We got the New Jersey Giants at the Raiders.
Hey, listen, I believe in Tommy DeVito. No, hey, DJ might come back this week. I think the Giants are the better team just because. And I can't wait for Josh in Las Vegas to lose his job, and it's going to happen.
I'm going to go. Tommy DeVito gets whacked by the Raiders. Devontae Adams goes off in this game.
The Raiders are dumpster fire right now.
They could be. They could be. Cowboys at Eagles.
Hey, this is the game of the week. This is the one. This is the game for first place in the NFC. Outright first place in the NFC will be won in this game right now, week 9. So who is the NFC champions after this game? Man, I don't trust my Cowboys yet. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles. They got better.
Go Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
I'm picking the Cowboys.
Hey, listen, you did it to me. I'm going to do it to you. How Bills at Bengals? Man, this is the second best game of the week.
I think there's too much emotion in this. Whoever created the schedule should be taken out to the woodshed and beat the hell out of them.
Yeah,
because
crazy.
For them to schedule a Bills at Bengals night game, I know it's not on Monday night, but this is ridiculous.
This is crazy.
Who they think they're going to beat them Bengals? I think the Bengals win.
Yeah, I'm going to go Bengals in this one also. I like what Joe Cool's doing right now. Sorry, I can't pick your team.
The Bengals are just that team. They're just that team that has the Bills number.
Well, I think what you're going to have this being a night game, being a late game, whatever it is, there's a lot of memories coming up in this game. A lot of things to happen in this game.
Yeah.
I like Joe Cool in this game. I think he outplays Josh Allen.
I think the Bengals outplay the Bills. I think Josh Allen outplays.
Hey, that's a good one. Good way to step up.
And the last one, Chargers at Jets.
Yeah, listen, I believe in the Chargers, man. I like what they did last week. Give me the Chargers in this one.
I'm going to go Chargers, but the Jets are frisky. They're waiting for A-Rod.
Hey, look, the Jets, they figure out how to do just enough to get a win. But I think the Chargers can put up points on the defense.
I think so too. And I think Eckler looked great. I think they're clicking on offense. So those are our picks. NFL Week 9. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
You had some good picks.
I did.
You had a bounce back week.
I had a bounce back week. I should have went if it wasn't for an onside kick. If it wasn't for an onside kick, I go 3-0.
Yeah, you went 2-1 though.
I went 2-1,
which is still good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to talk about where you are for the year. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you.
Let's not do that.
8-16.
Yeah,
we're not going to mention that. So who are your picks? What?
Let's go through the Podfather's top 3 bets of the week. Wah wah wah. All right, so here we are. I'm going to start out with the Bedlam series. That's right, you heard it right. Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State. This is a real thing. Right, but give me Oklahoma to cover the 5.5 at Oklahoma State. Listen, I know Oklahoma State's playing better, so they had the new quarterback come in the lineup. But listen, I think Oklahoma marches up and down the field on Oklahoma State this week.
Bounce back week.
Yeah, give me Oklahoma here.
I agree with you. That's a great one.
Great pick. All right, next we're going to go down to Tuscaloosa.
Wow.
That's right, we're going Bama, LSU. Give me Bama to cover -3. That's right. Sorry, Tigers. I think Bama does it this way. Roll Tide.
I think you're wrong, but I love that you're picking college football.
Just let's let it ride, man. And for the third one, I'm going to finish this out in the NFL. We're going to go Bucks getting points +2.5 at Houston. Love that play. Give me the Bucks. Baker Mayfield gets it right. Mike Evans has a big game. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to cover +2.5. That's the Podfather's best bets.
I don't think you go 3 for 3. I think you go 2 for 3 this week.
Hey, you hope I go 3 for 3.
I every week I hope you go.
No,
3
you
for 3.
really hope, because the one you think I'm going to lose is the Tuscaloosa.
That's what I think you're going to lose.
Yeah, and I don't think it happens this week.
Either way, I win. All right, so from the football gridiron to best bets.
Love NFL talk. It's so great talking NFL with you.
It is great.
It is
and you
so
know
much
what we
fun.
haven't talked about? Any World Series talk.
No, we haven't. Go Rangers.
Here's your World Series talk and chatter for the 3 for 3 podcast. I don't know. I don't care. Nobody knows. I'm sorry. I hope the Rangers,
right?
Diamondbacks, whatever.
They play tonight.
I just
play
don't
tonight?
care. It's been fun. I've been watching the games. I love it.
Have you?
I have been watching the games.
Hey, like big comeback in game 1. That was kind of a backbreaker there.
I like the Diamondbacks playing small ball and sacrificing and winning that way.
Hey, coach said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said most sacrifice hits
NL ball, man.
MLB.
Yeah.
But we're going to stay. So that was your World Series minute.
Hey, we gave you baseball.
We gave you a World Series minute. Next week, we'll give you an additional World Series minute. Brought to you by 3 for 3. But let's go beyond the arc, right? Let's go beyond the 3-point.
My second favorite sport.
It's time for some NBA chatter.
Hey, the NBA is back. This is prime time. Hey, listen, we just had what do they call it? The sports where there's 4 major league games in one night.
I don't know.
It was the football, basketball, baseball, hockey,
sports mecca, sports peak, sports.
I can't remember what they call it.
I don't know what they call it.
Hey, tell me, I just read it. I can't remember. Let us know.
We are 1 week in. Let's talk overreaction.
I dressed up as some guy who knows sports on Halloween.
That's we do. We had some movement.
Yeah,
we got some overreactions.
We did.
1 week in, You hit me up yesterday, and you're like, "Hey, we're 5% in, baby.
You're 5% into
Listen,
the NBA season.
Luka might be the MVP. He's my.
I told you, he's a 3-game MVP right now.
3-game MVP. Who's your 3-game MVP right now? So,
And what else do you talk about as a 3-for-3 podcast?
that's great.
This is what we do.
I do want to talk about who FanDuel has as the 3rd best team in the West.
Yes.
So the overreaction is Harden makes the Clippers the 3rd best team in the West according to FanDuel, behind only the Nuggets and the Suns. How true is that?
No, that's completely false.
Okay.
So they overpaid a overhyped and out of shape diva in James Harden with that trade.
Tell me what you really think.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say it because listen, I think everybody that's an NBA fan gets tired of hearing the crap.
Yeah.
This James Harden saga has been going on. It happened in Oklahoma City. It happened in Houston. It happened. Where did he go after Houston?
Jersey.
Yeah. Brooklyn. Went to Brooklyn. Went out to Brooklyn. Then it happened again in Brooklyn. And it happened in Philadelphia. And now he's a Clipper and everything's supposed to be better.
Yep.
Well, here's what we know about the Clippers already. Yep. If there's not enough drama to add James Harden to, we'll find it in L.A. Not at the Lakers side, but in the Clippers side. Because here's why. You already have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Okay, how many games are they going to play this year? Now, there's a new rule in the NBA where they can't miss more than one person at a time just because they're sitting. So that's good for the NBA. It may be good for the Clippers, but we'll see how long it lasts. Because one thing we know about them, they're not playing 82.
No.
Okay? The fallback is Russell Westbrook. Okay? Let's talk about Russell Westbrook really quick.
He's played his tail off.
He's playing hard.
It's sad that he looks like the best player on the team.
Yes.
That's bad.
That's horrible.
That's bad.
And then you're going to add James Harden to the mix. Here's what I know. You can give me Durant and anybody else, and I'm picking that team.
Okay.
You can give me AD and anybody else, and I'm picking that team. You can give me Jokic and anybody else, and I'm picking that team. I can go down the line. I don't know if I like the Clippers as much as I like the
Mavericks.
Maybe.
That's where I think your head's at.
That's
knowing you. This is the hey. This team could implode and win 43 games.
Yeah.
Or they could really implode and win like
37.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's kind of where I'm at with the Clippers. Look, hey, good for you, LA. Way to be talked about. But the James Harden stuff, he forces way to LA. And then you know what? Give LA props because Philadelphia, how stupid of you to not get Terrence Mann in that deal and just let him walk for a first-round pick, 2 second-rounders, and a swap. Okay? Let PJ Tucker go in the deal. Granted, you got back Marcus Morris. You got back
Robert Covington,
KJ Martin, Nicholas Batum, whatever. You know what? I hope Embiid leaves Philadelphia too. That's where I'm at. I think the Clippers and Philadelphia are going to they're right on the same track.
I love the move for the Clippers.
I hate it.
I love the move for the Clippers just because I think talent wins out. I think rotations get smaller. And maybe this is because I trust Ty Lue. If anybody can manage divas, I think Ty Lue can. I think he learned from the best, second best, maybe third or fourth best, and Phil Jackson about managing divas. And when in doubt, get the talent.
Better question is, do you put Phil Jackson ahead of Pat Riley?
As a coach?
Yeah.
I do.
So do you have him behind? Pop?
Red Auerbach to me.
Is Steve Kerr up there?
Steve Kerr is climbing, yes.
Yeah.
I just think what he's done. Anytime you can what Steve Kerr has done is very similar to what Phil Jackson did. If I can take your guys and take them to a new level.
Yeah. That's what he did with Mark Jackson's guys.
That's what he did.
I can't believe you like the LA Clippers move. I'm very listen, there's been a couple things you've said tonight.
What has Harden done? Harden went to Houston, right? Which he improved his game completely.
Sure.
Unhappy in Houston, right?
Sure.
Then he goes to New Jersey, right? He goes to Brooklyn in the house, and Brooklyn goes ahead, and what does he do? He completely balls out. All right. He does tend to quit, but when he's there for that first little while, it looks awesome. Listen, the beginning part's great, the end part sucks, but that middle part is awesome. Goes to Philly, and then when James Harden goes into the Hall of Fame, which he will go into the Hall of Fame, he shouldn't wear a jersey.
Everybody
this should just be a sign that says, I quit. I quit.
Yeah.
Which is fine because that's what you did.
Yeah,
all right.
He did.
But let's say it. He's in a contract year. He's going to have to play his tail off because he wants another contract. And that's what you want if you're the Clippers. You want a hungry James Harden. And I don't mean like the 40 cheeseburger James Harden that we usually get.
The roster's still deep.
I don't know. I just don't. There's other moves that they're going to make.
As a Lakers fan, I really hate this.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Now, another team in the West
looks
unstoppable. How again, for another overreaction, Denver looks unbeatable.
Best team in the league, it's by head and shoulders.
They are the top team in the league
by head
according
and
to FanDuel. They just look unstoppable.
Well, the eye test, the standings, the players. I mean, according to everything, they are the best team. Look, I gave you so much crap on Jokic, the Jokic talk.
You did.
That guy's incredible. I told Coach earlier, it was yesterday. I was talking to Coach and I said, look, I'm not ready to admit it to teach yet, but Jokic could be a top 6 or 7 center right now, all time.
He might be. And it's just because he's only played 7 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
if he was 10 years in, another chip,
we'd be talking about 4.
Yeah.
He's in that.
He's in the conversation with the Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yep.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Past David Robinson. Past Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's where I have him right now. So when I'm looking at centers and I look at Jokic, I'm going, okay, like if you had to take them in their prime, nobody's picking Patrick Ewing over Jokic right now. If you're making a team, if you have to pick a center, nobody's picking Ewing over Jokic.
No.
Nobody's picking the Admiral over Jokic.
No.
Not right now.
No.
Not after last year.
Nope.
And not after the start of this year.
He's still behind Kareem.
He's still
behind Shaq.
He hasn't closed the gap on like Hakeem's and those guys yet. But he's already passed some of those 90s greats.
Yeah.
Some of those 80s greats that we saw, right?
Yep.
There's no more talk like, oh, yeah, he's like Rick Smits. No.
He's a soft Euro. No, he's actually not.
You know what's better? You know what I think is even more dangerous than Jokic?
What?
I'm going to break the bank here.
Okay.
Jamal Murray may be the best point guard in the NBA right now.
Wow. Chop that up. TikTok.
Chop it up.
And he still has never made an All-Star, and whole NBA, any of that.
He may be the best point guard in the NBA.
He looks like vintage Jamal Murray. Like
outside of Steph Curry.
We saw in the bubble.
Yeah, outside of Steph Curry.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to mention, Steph Curry, of course, but.
Cooper Flag, holler. So, yeah, Denver does look unstoppable.
They are. They're the best team in the NBA.
Right now, it looks like they could go 82-0.
Do you see them not winning the chip this year? Healthy?
If I had to pick Denver or the field, I'd probably pick Denver.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
I think that's what it is.
That's where it is.
Now, there's a team in the East making noise.
Yes.
I mean,
there's a couple teams in the East.
Other than Boston.
Your boys in Boston.
We'll get to that. But Milwaukee.
Yeah,
Milwaukee has shown something completely different.
But it was a Jekyll and Hyde week with Damian Lillard. He went from 40 to 6 and what's going on?
Is this Dame's team?
It has to be.
I think Giannis kind of already deferred. Like, hey, we're gonna go as far as Dame takes us.
But here's the thing, right? Is Giannis has to find a new space here because nobody ever said this is Milton and Giannis's team. Nobody ever said this is true in Giannis's team. It was Giannis's team.
Giannis's team.
But now you have a talent like Damian Lillard.
Yep.
So this can't just be Giannis's team anymore. No. It has to be Dame and Giannis's team or Giannis and Dame's team. Now, Giannis is still the better basketball player.
Yes.
By far.
Yes.
But when you have a talent like Dame come in, you have to defer some of it to him. Giannis is doing a great job in that.
When they won the championship, who was their closer?
Chris Middleton. Yeah.
That's all the evidence I need, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay. That is all the evidence I need. If you have Dame stepping up in that closer's role,
it's Dame time. It's Dame time.
It's Dame time.
Ice in the veins, bro.
Now, as good as Milwaukee's looked, they're not the talk of the town in the East, brother.
I hate this.
It's Boston.
I hate
Go
this.
Bees, go C's.
I hate
Boston
this.
looks unstoppable too.
Boston looks great. Hey, listen, Jalen maybe learned how to dribble with his left.
No, not yet.
Hey, not yet.
Not yet.
But no, listen.
But his shot looks great coming from the right.
But here's what we knew. We knew Jason Tatum and we knew Jaylen Brown were going to be great.
Yes.
Okay, because they've been great. They've improved every year they've been in the NBA.
Absolutely.
Okay, and now they're probably, if you had to pick the top duo in the NBA, they're top 3.
Yes.
Okay? You add a talent like Kristaps
Porzingis, who has shot the lights out of the ball, and he's giving them this weird toughness that he's never displayed before.
And he's having fun. I've seen him smiling.
I think he's excited that, hey, I'm on a team that passes the ball, that doesn't just cater to me, that's finding him at the rim. And the best piece they added, Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Drew Holiday looks great in Boston. But he was just what they needed. All right, because he's more trustworthy than Marcus Smart on the offensive end.
He's healthier.
He's just as well on defense.
He's healthier than Malcolm Brogdon.
Listen, and he's going to be an 80, 40, 50 guy, right?
He's an adult. At the end of games,
he's a grown man playing grown man ball.
And his defense. They have the best defensive backcourt in the NBA.
And Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are going to be better because of Jrue Holiday.
Yes, you're not wrong at all.
Leadership on the court and off the floor, right? And so love what Boston's doing. I hate it as an LA fan, but look, Boston has I think they have to be favorites in the East right now, even over Milwaukee.
Listen, they have the best defensive backcourt between Derek White, who's playing like his hair's on fire, which is odd because he's bald now. And Jrue Holiday. Now, Joe Mazzulla, right, head coach. Love him. Finally, listen, I think he's their biggest question mark,
though. He's still the
biggest question mark, but he has a lot of great assistants, including Van Gundy in a mentor role, including Sam Cassell as a bench coach. And what
Sam Cassell coming from Milwaukee.
Coming from Milwaukee, from Philly. Doc Rivers called up and said, "Hey, Boston, you want this guy?" Now, one of the players they did ship out, again, they shipped out Grant Williams, who had problems with Joey Maz, and they shipped out Marcus Smart, who went to Memphis.
Who is a dumpster fire.
So my next overreaction, Memphis and Miami will miss the playoffs completely. I don't mean play-in game. I mean top 8 playoffs starting.
Yeah, neither one of them are playoff teams.
Wow.
So let's break it down.
Okay.
Bam's already missing games.
Yep.
Okay, we know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler looks like he's not playing for anything.
Nope.
He looks lazy on the court. He
could use a cup of coffee.
Could use a
big
cup
face
of coffee. Yeah, he could. You can't rely on Tyler Hero to carry the team.
No.
He's your rich man, Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and I think he's still hurt from, hey, they didn't want me. You guys didn't want me. I'm a man without a team.
They missed Caleb Williams hasn't. Caleb Martin hadn't been in the lineup yet. Right. I think he played one game.
As terrible as Vincent's played, they missed Gabe Vincent.
Max Strus is having a
career
year in Cleveland. I mean, granted, it's 4 games in, but
still,
they're missing a lot of that depth that really carried them over the top last year. And listen, I think we've all said it. Right, we're moving off of that era of superstars, the LeBron, the Jimmy Butlers, the Stephs.
Yep.
Those guys, they're getting older. They can't do what they used to do. You got to find the replacements for them. They have to be facilitators. They can be playmakers, but they can't create their own shots any longer and do that kind of, except Steph. I mean, Steph's going to be Steph. But when you look at the LeBrons, Jimmy Butlers, those guys, you know what I mean?
It's that new era of Tatum and Luka, and Jokic and Murray.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's that you got to find them like that. And I think
SGA.
Jimmy Butler's just another year older, and we'll see. Maybe he clicks it on. But as of right now, if they continue the way they're going, neither one of these teams. Hey, and Memphis is a bigger dumpster fire than Miami.
Memphis has a lot of problems.
Lots of problems.
If Des Bane is your best player on the court,
that's a problem.
That's probably a problem.
Yeah, John Morant, we don't know what we're going to get from him when he comes back, how long he'll be back.
The West is loaded.
I
think it's more realistic for Miami to win and get the 8th seed than it is Memphis, just because that institutional memory. And Eric Spoelstra is, I think, right now, he's probably if he's not the second, he's probably the 3rd best coach in the NBA.
Yeah, I think it's Pop, Kerr, Spoelstra.
I think it might be, if we're just talking X's and O's, we're talking in-game, Spo might be the greatest coach in the NBA.
Absolutely. When it comes to making changes on the fly,
yes.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, I agree with that statement, though. Miami over Memphis.
Yep. And the very last overreaction, Lakers. Listen, you see the hat. Okay. He's been in a little bit of pain. A 1-2 start. Some overreactions. Okay.
Yeah.
First one. Got a couple because, I mean, it's the Lakers.
Right.
They don't have the roster yet.
Yeah. Hey, capitalize the roster.
Yeah.
It's not the LeBron roster yet.
No.
Here's what I know. And you and I were talking about this before the podcast, just kind of chit-chatting, right? And you said, hey, tell me about your Lakers. What is going on? First thing that comes to mind is this, okay? We are very heavy on the wing. We didn't have a wing player last year. We made a trade, got Vanderbilt. Now we have a lot of wing players.
That's all they do. You look at overreactions.
You look at Rui. You look at Vanderbilt. You look at LeBron. Then you got AD. You got Christian Woods. I mean, we're just so heavy at that. Jackson Hayes. Who's the other center we picked up? Christian Wood. I said it. Yeah. Yeah. So when I'm looking at LA, I'm going, okay, what are we missing in the roster? I don't trust D'Lo.
No.
I don't trust Austin Reeves right now.
He looks tired.
He looks very tired. I think the World Championships kind of tore him up. LeBron needs to be a facilitator.
Okay.
There was a mic clip of him begging. He was like, why don't you just let me facilitate?
I play point guard. Darvin. I play point guard.
Darvin, when are you going to get it, man? I need to play point.
I play point.
But they really need somebody that can create their own shot.
Yeah.
They need a half-court player.
I agree. They don't have the roster yet, but Pelinka has shown he's terrible in the offseason and great at the trade deadline.
Yes.
Next, LeBron James minute restriction. The 30-minute
the 28, 29 minutes
lasted one game.
Yeah, because
the next game he played 35 minutes.
The next game 37.
The next game it was 39 in overtime against the Kings.
Yeah.
Come on now. Like, listen.
But do they really need to restrict the minutes?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes.
I
think the bigger question is, can the Lakers restrict LeBron's minutes while also winning games? That's the question I have.
Here's the key stat for you. The Lakers are like minus 19 when Christian Wood is not on the floor for the year. And they are plus like 43 when he is on the floor.
Okay.
Find play time for Christian Woods. You'll fix everything.
Listen, there's a lot of fake stuff.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever said. Listen,
all I'm saying, there's a lot of fake stuff. Everybody's wearing fake costumes. I'm not really Maverick. Listen, there's fake meat. He's faux wood. Okay. Yeah. He is not real wood. Okay. He is like some cardboard material. Yeah. He's not the guy.
No, I'd love to be able to see LeBron play 29 to 31 minutes a game. I don't know with the roster that we have right now for stay competitive in that heavy West that it's possible.
Just waiting for that December trade.
That's all.
Listen, December 15th.
That's what it is.
We can start making
Who's the move,
right?
though? If you had to predict the move today, what's the move for LA to fix the woes?
OG Anunoby, two-way player, shooter. I look at Toronto and say, if they're not going to win anything, either Siakam or OG, and I like OG's fit next to LeBron with Prince. It gives you tons of shooting outside. It also gives you defense, so LeBron doesn't have to guard the best player, because we both know he's not going to do that.
I don't hate that.
What do you think the move is?
No, I think for LA to get to where they want to go, I think the move's more of a Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan type. I think it's somebody in the half court who can go get their bucket.
I think you talked about a pair of players.
Yeah, and my wish has been my wish for 2 years.
Yep.
Okay, and I've said it for 2 years. They've been on the trade block for 6 years, 10 years, however long they've been talking about being traded. The Buddy Hield Miles Turner duo, out of Indiana, like that's the move for LA. Like you get rid of a couple of your wings, get rid of Jackson Hayes, Christian Wood, whatever it's going to take. Throw a first round out there. You're playing, D'Lo's got to go. And you go get somebody like Buddy Hield and Miles Turner.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Yeah, but I think we always talk about that move.
Yeah, I just think they're in the trade machine more than I am.
Yeah, they are. I mean, these guys are
Picasso of the trade machine, baby.
Yeah, you are.
Last one, Anthony Davis is Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
So he's, again, it's the time for monsters.
But I think that's an overreaction.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's an overreaction.
I don't know.
Because I think the first game we saw it against Denver. But here's what I think.
He was Jekyll and Hyde first half, second half.
Against Denver. Right. That's what I'm saying. So after Denver, we've seen the real AD stand
drop 30.
Right. He dropped 30. He's averaging 26, 12, and 4. Like he's being the Anthony Davis we need him to be. Here's the problem with LA. I think Denver has a mental hold on the Lakers. I think AD's scared of Jokic.
You think this is a Bengals-Bills type thing?
I think this is a Bengals-Bills thing.
All right.
I think this is the Dallas 49ers rivalry.
Yeah.
I think this is what it is. It's the Buffalo Cowboys Super Bowls. Buffalo versus the NFC East. This is what this is, right? It's a mental stronghold.
Micah can't win the Defensive Player of the Year. This is the Bosa.
It could be.
Yeah.
Right? And so I think LA's going to be fine. I think we're a 4 or 5 seed in the West. We're going to get there even with this roster.
Styles make fights, and it's just not a good style matchup. I have a trade for you.
Ooh, let's do it.
I've been cooking. So we talked about Joel Embiid. We talked about Joel Embiid being unhappy, right?
Yeah, I think it could happen.
Do you pull the trigger, Anthony Davis, for Joel Embiid?
And what? They're going to require something else.
Are they?
How far does LA go for that?
I think if it's Anthony Davis and a future first for Joel Embiid, would you pull the trigger on that?
Today, yes.
Okay. I think that's
Would you pull the trigger on that?
I think they're very similar. Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, when you look at it, are very similar. I love the upside of Joel Embiid. I like moving him out to LA because I think he is the future face of the franchise. I think Joel Embiid is what everybody thought Anthony Davis was going to be. He's going to be an MVP. He's going to be Hollywood.
I don't know that I'd trade AD for Embiid. I think I would. I would
today.
You have me on a tilt.
I would drive Anthony Davis. If I were you, I would drive Anthony Davis to the airport, pack his bag, give him extra peanuts.
Maybe like AD for Embiid and Maxey.
There's no way. There's no way.
But I would do it.
Embiid, listen, you're more than welcome to go to 2K at home and do that and see what it says.
No. So the AB Embiid thing, I think is interesting. I think Embiid may get tired of Philadelphia.
I think Anthony Davis might get tired of being in LeBron's shadow.
I think so.
Say, hey, I'll go to a major market like Philadelphia. I'll go ahead and play next to Tyrese Maxey, who I can mold. I'll go play for Nick Nurse.
Why not?
I think it's a win-win.
Yeah, I hate ending the show like that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no. Yeah, okay, so final thought. I would trade Embiid. I would trade AD for Embiid.
Listen, overreactions are great. We're 1 week into the season. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint, okay?
Hey, best player in your eyes right now.
In the NBA?
Yeah.
I think it's Luka. I think what Luka has done has been amazing.
Outside of Jokic.
Yeah. You know what? I'm biased. I love Luka's game. I think what Luka is doing, I think he carries more weight, and it might be Jokic.
Are you worried about the health in Phoenix with Beal and Booker?
I am. Anytime guys start on the IR to begin the season and That's can't tough. See it, they're building themselves a hole. And guess what? You're playing Durant way too many minutes. We talked about this years ago and said Durant's going to get hurt. He's going to get hurt. And what do you know? He got hurt.
Is Tyrese Maxey the player we've seen the first 3 games?
I think he is. I think Tyrese can be really good.
You think 30-plus points?
I think Tyrese can be most improved player. I think he can drop 30.
Didn't you say that a couple weeks ago? You said he might be most improved player?
I think he could get most improved player. I think Philadelphia is going to play even better now that the Harden situation is solved.
Okay. League leader in points at the end of the year. Points per game, not total points.
See. All right. So
just play.
I'm going to go Dame.
Dame Lillard.
I think it's going to be Dame.
Pick. I love that pick.
Yeah.
Because I was he was one of the 3 I was thinking about.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Dame.
I was thinking about Devin Booker. I was thinking about Damian Lillard.
I think Devin Booker MVP is out there because he's playing point
You
Booker.
said that last week.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Point Booker.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And where do you think LA ends up? So we're going to finish with LA. Where do you think they end up in the West?
The Lakers get their stuff together and end up the 2 seed.
2 seed in the West.
And I had them, I think, 6 or 7.
You
before
did.
The season started. I think the Lakers finish with the 2 seed.
With this roster?
No.
Oh, you think it's a complete overhaul?
I think they're going to go on a magical run like they did last year, where you go, wow, they just went 28-4.
Everybody forgets that we ended up in the Western Conference Finals last year.
How'd that work out for them?
We got swept by Denver.
Swept by Denver.
That's that mental thing, though.
Listen, when Superman goes out trick-or-treating, he wears a Jokic costume.
He does.
Chuck
Norris wears a Jamal Murray costume.
Well, he does. Listen, it's been a happy Halloween, happy trade deadline.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. Again, for Alex the Podfather Gullett, I am Paul Maverick Teach Nelson. We're hoping you have a great NBA trade deadline, NFL trade deadline, all these trades. Make sure you go out and trade some candy.
Yeah. Hey, trade a follow.
Trade a follow.
A like. Try to share.
Subscribe. Trade podcast with us, right?
Why not? Let's do it.
We're happy to be 3 for 3.